Early on in my PhD journey, I would frame my research question with the Africa tag. Now, I gradually narrowed the geographical scope first to sub-Saharan Africa and then specifically to South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Mozambique. Narrowing the geographical scope of my research question didn't make it less potent as I feared. It made it more focused and more doable. And in my thesis, I proposed that the lessons learned in these countries could implicitly be extrapolated to other countries in sub-Saharan Africa due to the overlapping socio-economic context. As much as you can, narrow the geographic scope of your thesis without losing the essence of what you're trying to do. The second really great piece of advice I received was to include failed case studies. Now, I was reluctant at the beginning because I was scared collecting data for failed cases would be difficult, but this advice actually made perfect sense. It made my entire thesis more robust, more coherent, complete, and it preempted any questions an examiner would probably have asked. The third really good piece of advice was a question as to which specific aspects of project finance I was researching. Now that forced me to focus again, and that's how the capital structure, the risk management, the governance arrangements, the sustainability pillars, that's how they were all selected. Finally, one of my lecturers advised me by saying, you need to make it explicitly clear how and why this research would contribute to knowledge, because there's abundant research in the 4 focus areas that you're focusing on in your thesis. That was true, but I knew that in the countries I was focusing on, and generally in sub-Saharan Africa, the academic research was very limited. So in the introduction to the thesis, in the crafting and the execution of the research, and in the conclusion, I emphasized how my research was different to what was currently available in the academic literature. If you take a look at all these bits of advice, they were fundamentally a call to focus and a call to clarity. And it enabled me to ensure that the research output contributed to the body of knowledge in my chosen area.